Hey everyone, Luke here now. Hope you guys are keeping well, not getting too hot, especially anyone who's in England, because as you know, we're going through a bit of a heat wave at the moment. I mean, today it's going to be majorly hot, which is why I'm hardly going to go out today. I'm going to be like, okay, going to be inside, which is perfect to talk about Mission Yozakura family. Now, in terms of the Dr. Stone review suite, that is still coming. Haven't decided when that's happening, and really I wanted to wait until I found out one very important detail, which is how long Ryusui actually is in the actual episode itself, despite being the title character of that episode. How long is he actually in it? And the answer may actually surprise you, but I'm gonna save that until I do the actual video. I know Party Jams probably already knows because probably seen the thread that I was tweeting him, French fries, and showing OG in. So yeah, just gonna have to wait for that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So for now, let's just talk about this chapter because I was not expecting to be like, okay, where did this come from? Although I was kind of expecting it at the same time. Okay, so this will be chapter 138 titled Gold Rank Spy Alexandriu. Obviously referencing at Alex himself, and I feel like based on what happens in this chapter, we're gonna get like a chapter dedicated to find out more about Kai and find out more about Shuru and Giga and basically all the other gold rank spies. I feel like that this little mini arc is going to be like the golden spy arc, or something like that. I guess we can call this now officially like the golden spy arc. So yeah, well, that's probably what's going to be happening moving forward. Find out more about these characters and what they're all about, what their backstory is, what the relationship is like to the other Yozakura siblings. But for now, let's get into the chapter. So it starts off pretty much from the end of the last one, where they were like, okay, we found out where Momo's bombs are going to be. They're going to be in the actual spy units, spy association units themselves. So we're going to have to go there, find them, and dispose of them before Momo creates anarchy, chaos, and destruction. And we have other spies around them going like, oh my god, it's all the gold rank spies, and it's that kid that was married into the Yozakura family, obviously referencing Tayo here. So they're like, yeah, we've got to be keeping a good watch over them. We've got to be keeping a major eye on them so that they don't do anything to us, because basically I feel like these spies here on page 1 are like, yeah, we best stay away from them because any one of them is capable of being us to a pulp. So best be aware of them, as we have Kai asking Giga to scan their HQ interior. And they're like, oh, they've done scanning in every branch, and there's no suspicious entrees detected, and basically nothing unusual happening, and that means Momo's goons are most likely carrying the bombs and wandering around. Basically, that okay, we've got the bombs on hand, and we're going to be walking around finding out where the best place is to put them whilst acting inconspicuous here. And I've got a source of it out on my phone here, so just bear with me. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So yeah, Giga says that, okay, we've got 56 minutes to flesh out, basically to flesh out Momo's goons and dispose of the bombs. So we've got to look for any suspicious activity, and the mission is pretty clear here. And Kaiser, okay, we've got to use whatever methods we deem fit for this, because it is Momo we're dealing with here. And yeah, I'll send out an evacuation at the 5-minute mark, so best everyone split up and be as efficient as possible. But of course, everyone being everywhere, it's like, no, I'm going to go with this person, I'm going to go with that person, I'm going to go with this person. So we have Shuru going off with Futaba, Alex obviously getting Shinzo, but also getting Tayo, because it's like, yeah, I want to interview you, Tayo. And Tayo's like, no, please don't have me here. I'd rather go with Korichiro than with you. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Alex, and I'm obviously one of them as well. Yeah, he's a bit too, like, it's again, it's like people thinking like, is Alex trying to out Coritro here in terms of creepiness? Because he's certainly doing a bang up job, and of course, Coritro goes off with Kai because they're BFFs in more ways than one. And Kai even is kind of like, yeah, I said split up, but oh well, Coritro wants to come with me. I can't stop him, so yeah, let's go together. So we have Alex bringing Shinzo and Tayo to a training wing for children to become spies, which is very interesting concept here, of the fact that we've not actually seen this before in the series. We've only seen like the Yozakura family training in the mansion. We've never seen like other spies or other kids that want to become spies, finding their own like facilities to try out, which is something. Okay, this is something that I need to address here, because this is something that pretty much the My Hero Academia universe could have done with. Like, okay, you have kids who want to become heroes, so they go into the school to learn how to harness their skills. But at the same time, there could have been like a training facility outside of the school that's licensed by the Hero Association, overseen by professional heroes. Like, we could have got something like that in the series, so that people like say Jiru wanted to go and improve her earphone jack quicker, and could do that legally, or have something like what I'm saying, like you don't have to go to the school to become a hero, in the same way like you don't have to go to certain schools to become a certain profession. But that's besides the point. So we have all these kids just working away, just bouncing off walls, being hyperactive, and just being like, yeah, we're gonna be spies one day, and we have Alex coming in like, oh, being as creepy as possible. I don't think I can say this with the fact that is Alex that's saying this. So yeah, especially when one of the kids call him Mama Ryu. Okay, I really don't know how to do it. This is really awkward. Oh my god, he's got. I've just noticed what tie he has. He has a love heart tie. Like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? Actually, good death battle after this chapter. Alex versus Charlotte Coulon from Bleach. Who would win in a fight between those two? But yeah, so he's like, how you're all doing? Okay, yeah, I basically can say that. Like, oh, hi everyone, how you all doing? Training hard, and we have all the kids just coming around there and basically saying like, oh, I've assembled this gun here in under 10 seconds, and I've learned a new knife technique. And can you look over my bronze license application form? And this is where Alex explains that children who are orphaned when members pass away, or orphans picked up on a mission are brought here. They are given the option to train to live. They're given the option to live at the HQ and train to become spies. There are big veins on either side of the neck holding. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. He's basically telling the kid here of like what its technique is. It basically teaching him a new skill. I'm sorry, I messed up that. But yeah, the thing that's really exciting here is the fact that it getting explained of like, okay, where these kids came from. So they're all orphans, and basically, all right, they have nowhere else to go, so they're coming here to train to become spies, and they're given the option to actually live here, which is very interesting. And I think it might explain explain something to do with how she might have been assigned to come to this place in the first place, but she didn't get along with the kids, so she was brought to the Yozakura family to kind of become more social. And maybe we'll get to see her at this place in future chapters, figuring out how to hone her skills to become a better spy. And maybe this might lead to actually some bullying from the other kids, which could awaken her blooming, and it might lead to Tayo and the other Yozakuras actually trying to get her to master her blooming, to be like, okay, I can control it and make it come out without actually getting over emotional. That would be a great character development arc for Ai herself. But that's something we'll have to wait until we get after this mission, after this arc. And because Shinzo actually remembers. Oh yeah, I actually came here. I actually came here at one point because Futaba and Koichiro were being too strict with him. So he's like, yeah, I need to get out. I need to get out of here. And you actually see a flashback of a young Shinzo who's just like, no, get away from me, get away from me. You guys are too mean. And he ran at every single chance he could get and came to train here instead, which makes sense why Shinzo actually knows Alex and knows him all too well, so he knows how to actually deal with him. But at the same time, he's kind of still freaked out by him, made even more weird and awkward when Alex starts treating him kind of like his own kid, of like, oh, I remember he was such a crybaby back then. You got no idea how shocked I was when I learned he was a member of the Yozakura family, and he was so terrified during his bronze rank test. He bowled the whole thing all the way, finishing in time, and you were such a tiny little thing back there. But look how big and strong you've grown. I'm so proud of you, Shinzo. And Shinzo's like, yeah, I'm grateful for all you did for me, but you're still creepy. But the one thing that's actually interesting here is what Alex actually says. I wish he was still here so we could show him how strong you've become. And Shinzo's like, yeah. And this is where Taro's like, who is he? Now, this is interesting here because this just opens up a whole other can of worms. Like, Vex on Control Chaos was earlier saying, like, yeah, it seems like we're headed into more towards the end game, but then we get something like this here, dropping this bombshell of, like, okay, they're setting up this mysterious person who knows Alex and knows Shinzo, and it's just like, okay, who are they? What are they all about? What happened to them? Just so many mysteries, and it might actually be leading to the next threat after the next major antagonist after Momo. The fact that they just dropped this bombshell, it might. Well, I'm not sure yet, but it might have something to do with that shadowy figure we saw last chapter. So lots of little seeds being planted here, which is such a which I don't know if you guys have actually noticed this, but every single time we think that the series is going to end, the author just keeps planting these little tidbits in here of like, okay, yeah, something's being built up here, and it might actually end up with the series going even longer than we can anticipate, which is why I'm not anticipating how long Mission Yozakura has at this point. It could have 50 chapters, could have 400 chapters, could have 200 chapters. I'm just going to enjoy this ride as much as possible. Anyway, continuing on, we have this kid coming up to Ryu, and it's just like, oh, do you know how to break this code, Ryu? And he's like, oh, Tobio, let me see. But before he can even give an answer to Tobio, we see Alex just strangling him, and everyone is just freaking out at this point, like, Alex, what are you doing? But Alex, being Alex, is like, yes, you really thought you could get away with this when I actually know all these kids and I know what they're all about. And yeah, Tobio was adopted a few months back, not a few months back, a month ago, and he's off doing piano lessons. And yeah, there were a lot of little features about Tobio that you're not actually emanating here. So yeah, you are a fake right now, and I could tell that right away. And you really thought that was going to get away in my presence. No siree, and you were a bit careless, as we see that it's actually one of the Dark Sakura Cherry blob things who tries to attack Alex, but Alex is able to just punt. Is able to just do. I guess he does the one punch, but with the style of Hisoka Illumi from Hunter x Hunter. So it's just like one punch, and he's able to just split this thing, so he's able to like punch. It's in a circle, and it's able to punch it and just make a big massive gouge through this circle. I'm just like, okay, when did Alex suddenly become amazing? Like, seriously, this was something I was not expecting, like Alex to be this, like, well, I guess we should have expected with Koichiro turning out to be like the strongest Yozakura, but he's still a creep. Alex is kind of on the same level here. Yeah, he's a creep. I don't think people are going to like him, not even after this chapter ball, although some people are starting to like him a little bit more. But seriously, when did Alex suddenly become amazing? And yeah, this was something I was not expected to come of him from all people. And yeah, Tayo and Shinzo are just like, wow, to think he actually saw through this. And we see many of the other kids, we see Alex just investigating him like, yeah, you're a fake, you're a fake, you're a fake, so we can deal with you without any repercussions, as we see him just fighting off these creatures. And even though they tried to drain him as well, he's like, you really think this is going to work on me? And Shinzo's like, Ryu, are you okay? And he's like, no, 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 Shinzo, don't interrupt me because I'm working here. I'm trying. And okay, this is hilarious. Like, he's being attacked. He's like, yeah, this is really fascinating. I'm gonna write this down because you are not affecting me one bit. Because this body feels like their bodies feel precisely like tree trunks. Even so, they can morph into any form they choose. So he's basically getting down all the details about what these creatures actually are, which is kind of important, so that they actually know how to deal with them later on. And yeah, he's like, having personal experience there, I can see how the average person would quickly disintegrate. However, him being him, when facing an opponent with overwhelming muscles, because Alex is a big bulging guy, kind of like Nano, except if Nano was always a big bulging guy. It's kind of like that, and he has overwhelming violent strength, and they are powerless. So it's basically like, yeah, you're trying to absorb me, but in a sense, you're absorbing fat of my body, and yeah, it's not gonna work. And but it would make for a lovely icon, as we see Alex punch its lights out and gleaming with delight, but making a really creepy face. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't want to meet Alex in a dark alleyway. So after Alex has defeated all the Dark Sakurai cherry bosses, because there was quite a few that he had to take on in this fight, we see him going, oh, I spotted them the moment I walked through the door. Did they really think I couldn't tell the children apart from or something? So yeah, even though he is a creep, he's still very efficient as a gold rank spy, and this is probably why Kai wanted Tayo to tag along with the gold ranks, to kind of give him like a work experience style mission, to be like, Tayo, I want you to become a gold rank spy, but at the same time, you are not at the level to become a gold rank spy. Because I imagine, like, the silver rank exam was quite tricky enough, but I feel like the gold rank spy is going to be on the Hunter x Hunter exam level to become a gold rank spy. Like, it's going to be that difficult, and it's going to be that insanely long for Tayo to even reach that level. And he as Alex is like, okay, everyone, it's time to get back to your training, and everyone is just in awe of Alex. It's like, oh, you're just as strong as ever. What was that? What was everything? And Tayo even says he fought that monster barehanded, and its social attack didn't even work on him. So that's what it takes to be a gold rank spy. So yeah, like I said, this was probably all part of Kai's plan of just like, okay, Tayo, I need you to know firsthand and have first experience of just what it means to be a gold rank spy, and also how insane difficult it is for you to reach that level, because you're the only one who can take down Momo. But in order to take down Momo, you have to be a gold rank spy, and if even you can't take down these Dark Sakurai basically the stormtroopers to Momo, what chance are you even going to have against Momo? So that's probably what they are. This is probably a test for Tayo, and it's probably going to end with them saying like, okay, Tayo, we want you to go and do training so that you can eventually take the gold rank gold rank exam, so that you can get to that level that we're on, so you actually have a chance to take down Momo. As we have everyone wrapping up everything, them saying, well then, that's two we've managed to find and crush, but neither of them are carrying bombs. We cut over to Futaba and Shuru, who are saying like, oh, there's nothing in the office, we're heading to the armory. And we have Shuru basically going, it's me and Futaba. So we might actually get, if it's not Kai and Koichiro next chapter, it's going to be Futaba and Shuru who are actually going to focus on in the next chapter. But yeah, we have Ginga saying, oh, at present we've eliminated 2 in the training rooms, 1 in the lab, 2 in the greenhouses, and 5 in the cafe. But none of them are actually carrying bombs. So So they assume like, okay, this is obviously a detour. As we see, Kai and Karicha have already taken care of them. Which, okay, what is Kai's ability? Like, that's what I want to know. I mean, we know Alex's ability is just pure raw physical strength, but what is Kai's ability? Like, that is something we really need to find out. Like, because, yeah, how on earth did Kai take down these with Karicha? Well, Karicha could have taken them down himself, but Kai obviously helped in some way. And it's like, yeah, what is his ability? We have Kai asking Karicha, oh, what do you think about all of this? And he says, for an infiltration, their position is disorganized, and they give little impression that they're guarding anything. In fact, it seems as if they have a totally different goal than we originally thought. So that's where the chapter ends. So my theory is this is all an elaborate distraction. Like, Momo probably lied, or there are probably bombs on this facility, but they're either all disguised really well. They all can be teleported whenever the gold rank spies get too close, or they're all duds. The old dudes decide to distract them, and the real bombs are out there somewhere else, ready to explode at any point. So that's what I think is gonna be happening. That's what I think is going on, and what's happening, and why. Yeah, they seem to be disorganized. There's not really any organization, and yet something is off here, and they seem to have another clear motive. So yeah, in terms of Alex's personality in this chapter, yeah, I get why people don't like him. I don't really like him myself, but to see him having that badass moment, he gets that one badass moment, and it's like, okay, when did this character become amazing? But I don't think he's going to be anybody's favourite character unless he does something really incredible and heroic, and unless they tone down his creepiness. Kind of like what they've done with Karicha. Karicha has basically mellowed out in recent chapters, not being as creepy as he has been before, and actually becoming a very prominent member, basically pulling up with Tayo as best he can, which is basically the highest comment you can get from Karicha, to actually be able to put his price and be like, okay, I can put up with this person. I feel like that's something that Alex needs to go through. He needs to like mellow out, not be as creepy as he has been, because not the best first impression for him, kind of the same, not the same best first impression for Karicha. But hey, if Karicha can mellow out and become a fan favourite character, Alex can probably go through the same thing, although I seriously doubt it. But anyway, guys, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.